Hi, I'm Crystal.
I'm Tara.
And I'm Angela. And you're listening to the Rom-Com Detectives.
Welcome to Rom-Com Detectives, episode 83, Shady Shenanigans. Today, Tara and I are happy to welcome consultant Angela Trafficante, and we will be breaking down the 13th episode of Lucifer Season 2 called A Good Day to Die, Tara's favorite episode.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite. I love this episode so much. This episode originally aired on January 30th of 2017, was written by Joe Henderson and Chris Rafferty, and was directed by Alric Riley.
So before we get started, let's get some background on our consultant, Angela. So this is actually not the first time I podcasted with Angela, who I originally met as a client, then later got to know as an editing colleague. But we actually co-hosted season 2 of my silo podcast, Wires from the Deep. So we've been doing this for, I don't know, how many episodes do we do? Like 12 or something? So
yeah, about that. I kind of miss it. I know I couldn't commit to it this season, but it's very fun working with you.
yeah. And so Angela, can you give us a brief background on or give us a brief Lucifer background?
Yeah, so I've been an avid Lucifer fan since I binged the first 3 seasons, probably in late 2018, early 2019 to prepare for season 4 because they'd announced that Netflix had picked it back up again. I love any sort of angel demon media stemming from some really intense study of Dante's Divine Comedy in college. And as Crystal can attest to, because she's known me for a long time, I love my main male characters to be tall, dark, handsome, and extremely morally gray. So Lucifer is basically the perfect show for me.
Tara's like nodding nonstop.
I am. I'm like, uh-huh. I know.
Tara and I get along very well as editing colleagues too.
Yep. I feel like I didn't know about your intense love of like anything angel and demon related, which is an oversight since I also share this love. And
I mean, don't we all kind of when we're fantasy editors?
I mean, you think, but like there's lots of things like I will admit I don't love vampires and werewolves. Like I never go for that, but give me like fae and angelic celestial creatures and
mythology. I love that too.
Love it. Yeah. Anyhow.
Okay. Let's get to the case briefing. The victim in this one is Chloe Decker, but she has no cause of death.
The motive
here,
however,
everyone saved her. The motive here, we saved her life. They saved her life, but not her heart.
No.
We'll get there.
Yeah, the motive in this one is Professor Carlisle's psychotic experiment / revenge. I mean, what a petty thing to do, right?
But he had to. He had to do it. He had no choice.
He had to show her.
He had no choice.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, the killer, I'm not killer, but the perpetrator in this one is Jason Carlisle. And guest stars were there's Albert Nicholas. He played Ricardo. And he's from Nancy Drew, iZombie, The 100. And he was actually in a season 11 episode of X-Files. He was in Nothing Lasts Forever, which was the penultimate to the series.
I feel like everyone's in X-Files.
Yeah. It was like there was a certain time where it was either you were from X-Files or you wished that you were from X-Files.
And then we have Ian Verdun. He played Dave Maddox, who I actually really liked in this. He had such a small role, but he was perfect for it. But he's been a guest star on SWAT, The Rookie, and Hawaii Five-O. So lots of cop shows. There was Joe Williamson. He played Bert, and he was on Grey's Anatomy. There's Michael Imperioli, who played Uriel, and everyone knows him from Sopranos.
My favorite from The Sopranos.
He's also been on Law and Order and Blue Bloods. And then finally we have Tim DeKay, who played Professor Jason Carlisle, who was one of the main characters on White Collar. I really liked. I did not obviously don't like him in Lucifer because he's a villain and everything like that. But he was really good in White Collar, and I urge anyone to check him out in that. And he was also on Bosch. So okay, episode breakdown. Lucifer rushes Chloe to hospital, and they're like, I don't know how I could have gotten dosed with his poison. He didn't have, and so they talk about like how she struggled with him when she was chasing him, and then she looks around and they find like she has like an injection site. It's like black and blue and everything, and so
Like, did you not notice that this hurt?
well, I mean, if you fell, I can see her just not really thinking. Plus, like maybe adrenaline too.
Maybe. I'm like, look, does you not have an ache? Like, I mean, I get a bug bite and I'm like, where is it?
I know, exactly. And then you just pick at it constantly, right?
Yeah.
But he's like, it'll be fine when we get to hospital. And she's like, no, we can't go to hospital. We have to find an antidote because it didn't help any of the other victims. So
I would like to take a moment to appreciate Panicked Lucifer, one of my favorite Lucifers of all. Like, gotta love the panicked version where he's like, I can't do anything and I'm freaking out. And it's just very
and it's so funny too because he's just pivoted from being angry at her.
Yes, he has big feelings right now. A lot of them, all over the place.
I mean, that's how you tell he cares, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Flying into a panic.
And sometimes even in rage. The rage also indicates that he's hurting somewhere and that it's probably for a reason.
I think there's a reason we've been seeing a lot of devil face lately, just saying, in these past couple of episodes.
Yeah,
because he was on a high. He was like, she loves me, it's real. And then, oh no, she's put in my path by my dick dad. And then he's like, oh my god, is she in on it? So yeah, he's going through a roller coaster. But she says we need to just find the antidote because no one else except Jason Carlisle knows how to treat it. So but he's dead. So that's a big problem. So next we go to the police department at the station, and Chloe and Lucifer has called Ella in, and she shows up in her pajamas. She's like, look, you're lucky I showed up in pants eventually.
And her huge glasses. And it's just like, I feel like this is a moment when like something about Ella that was already perfect like crystallizes. You're just like, oh, Ella, you're definitely keeping a turtle in your bathtub, aren't you? Like
I mean, Ella's my favorite character.
She's
like,
so
probably
good.
By far. My husband's too. He was rewatching these with me to prepare for this, and he was like, are we at the part where Ella's in the show yet? That's all he cared about.
We had like the Ella countdown when we were still recapping the first season because we're like, okay, don't worry guys, Ella's coming. Like she's gonna be here and she's so great.
We own a bunch of the t-shirts like that she wears. Like we would go out and buy some of them.
I have like 20 of her t-shirts. So
I don't have that many. I have a couple, and I think my husband also has like 2 or 3.
I have a lot. The only one I've never been able to find is the one that Maze steals from her. I've never been able to find that one.
Because Maze stole it.
That was the last one.
Yeah. I'm still looking for that one because it's like a popular joke / pun. So I guess lots of people make different versions of it. So searching for it is really hard to find the specific one that Mies has. So I can't even remember what it is. It's got an egg on it. Yeah. I've loved Ella from like her first scene where she's like, are you a method actor?
She was the missing, like she was that ingredient that was missing that was definite. Like you didn't realize what exactly was missing until they added her, and I was like, oh yeah, that's who we needed.
And she's perfect. So
and this episode just gives her so much backstory that's so, how did she get her job? But it's fine, it's cool. Like Distance, there are no background checks.
I don't like this part though because Chloe's like, no, we can't tell her. She's gonna panic and she's not gonna be able to help. And I'm just like, what? This makes no sense.
Even though she's like one of the least panicked and like most competent people when it comes to just like getting stuff done.
I feel like it would be the opposite. You tell her that Chloe's life is in danger and she will go to the ends of the earth to do it. Right?
Yeah.
I feel like
this is Chloe is projecting. Here. She's projecting a little bit at this point. She's she just doesn't, she is trying to pretend really hard that this isn't happening to her. And so she doesn't want anybody to know, really, because then she has to admit that it's real and she is not there.
Yeah, because I
So
mean,
then
she wakes up
Ella
in the
goes on
hospital
to
here.
describe the extremely gross details of what's going to happen to anyone who's poisoned. And Chloe's just like,
including melting organs.
boiling. The word was boiling.
Sorry.
Boiling guts. Thank you.
I like how
for that.
Lucifer's like, okay, that's enough. We get the idea. But yeah, she confirms that, you know, he did have an antidote, but he crushed it. She's like, dick move, right? Just the way she talks about everything too.
Yeah, I know. Because to her, it's like an interesting problem. Like, she's just thinking of it like a hypothetical. And meanwhile, they're sitting on the other side going like,
oh God.
I feel like
24 hours.
Meta-wise too, like they had to include these lines because otherwise people would be like, but couldn't you have like reverse engineered it or gotten things out of the antidote vial or whatever? Like you have to like, we know that as editors, right? You have to cut that off with like a line.
No, there's only one way. One way only.
So Amenadiel arrives at the station and Lucifer takes him into the interrogation room. He immediately
I like that Lucifer holds it together until they're in. Let's talk over here. Boom.
As if people wouldn't hear that and be like, what's going on in here? But yeah, he throws him against the wall and he's mad because, I mean, he hasn't seen Amenadiel since he learned about Chloe being like put in his path. So he's still pissed. And, you know, he asks like, were you just doing what father asked? And he's trying to confirm that Chloe is not in it. He tells him, no, she doesn't know anything. And the manager's trying to tell him, you know, I was manipulated too.
This isn't your time.
It's not the right thing to say to Lucifer right now.
Nope. Like, it's not about you right now, Amenadiel. You're down, buddy.
I think there's like more anger too because it was actually Amenadiel who did it too. It's like kind of like if Lucifer's going to direct his anger at anyone who can be accessed, it's like the person who literally did the thing.
Yeah. But he asks him about the poison and he doesn't even know about it. And so Chloe comes in.
And then Lucifer has like the most heartbreaking, like he has a couple of lines that are just like so painfully delivered in this episode. And the like, then you can't help her is one of them here where I'm like, I'm sorry, but I also love this hurt comfort stuff so much. So
Tara loves the burning pain.
I do. Hurt them more. I mean, what? Fine. We only do this to imaginary characters, not real people. That's the point.
So Chloe comes in and she says maybe Bert, the guy that was smuggling the stuff, might have the antidote as well as the poison. And she starts coughing. She's clearly not feeling good. So they go to a party and Bert I think he's just gotten out on bail. So that's why he's having this party. But
bail party.
She seduces him and convinces him to go upstairs. But as they're talking outside, she gets a nosebleed and he gets all grossed out. And so he's just like, maybe next time.
He's like, maybe now.
Yeah. And she did she kick him in the nuts?
Yes.
Or is it in the stomach?
Yes.
Then she reaches past
and,
him,
like, throws him into the room.
Throws him in and locks the door.
in the one of the many not going to be admissible in court actions of this episode.
Desperate times.
Mm-hmm.
Her life is on the line.
Yeah.
But Lucifer is in there and he flashes his devil eyes and we hear Bert scream. And
he calls him Bertrude, which for some reason is the funniest thing ever. Like, why is so funny? I don't know, but I laugh every time. I'm like, oh, burn. Like, what?
But Lucifer comes out and he didn't have the information they wanted, but he still got a lead. And then Chloe collapses. So
and he protects her head. And it's really that pain, so delicious. I mean,
but where's his jacket?
She's wearing it.
Oh, okay.
She's wearing it as a sexy shirt. Because her shirt had
Oh.
blood on it.
Oh, that's
So she's
right.
not wearing she's got his jacket over top. Yeah, that's
She wakes up in the hospital, and Dan is telling him, why didn't you bring her in sooner? And she's like, I can hear you guys. I'm right here.
I love how he's like, it's a lot easier once she's unconscious. You know how stubborn she is.
But I mean, the Dans they've established that they can work together, right? When they need to. Dan tells her to just rest and they'll handle it from here. And Lucifer's like, yes, we'll handle it. And Chloe asks for Trixie, and Dan says that she'll be right in. And then she's like, oh, how do I look? I don't want to
This was
scare
so
her.
sweet.
I know, I know. And he's like, oh, you look heaven sent.
I don't know which hospital they filmed this in, but I have definitely been in that hospital because I like recognize the layout of the room.
I've stayed there.
Like, I feel like it might be women's and children's. That's what I like, just saying. If anyone knows, you can tell me, but I feel like that's the hospital.
So Dan and Lucifer go to see Dave Maddox, who is an artist who uses his sea clown artwork.
Mermaid clown. Yep.
He uses that as a front to sell other products, and they're atrocious.
I love how
atrocious.
I love how disgusted
Whoever
Lucifer
had to
is by
make
it.
those props is amazing.
I know. They must have commissioned someone to tell, okay, we need you to make this as horrifying as possible.
More eye-watering. Give it more color. Yeah.
Uglier, less appealing.
And they had to make so many too. Right? Because they're everywhere in that room. Like, they have one that Lucifer ends up having in his bedroom.
Yes.
But there's other pieces that hang in that whole apartment. But yeah, they confront him about his connection to Jason Carlisle, and the guy gives him shit because they reveal that, oh, he's doing this to help. He's like, I'm doing this to help my wife, and Lucifer's like, ex-wife. As if that detail is so important. Right
it is to Lucifer.
And so the guy starts giving him crap. He's like, oh, what? You're going to do this for your ex-wife? Something's wrong with you. And he tells him, if it was me, I would just let her die. And so that gets Dan upset, and he punches him. And before this, he had made Lucifer promise that he would let him take the lead and he wouldn't do anything.
Follow his lead.
Yeah.
And so for once in his life, Lucifer is doing that.
But yeah, they get tied up, and then there's beating Dan up, and Lucifer's like, is this part of the plan?
Yeah, he's like waiting for Dan to ask questions or like get information.
As Dan is getting
so
pounded
confused
in the face repeatedly. And I do think that that's one of the things I love so much about this show is like you have like these moments that are so painful and emotional, and then it switches to something that's so funny, but also appropriate in that moment. Like you need the lightness in order to then go to the dark place. But just Lucifer's being like, is this part of, am I supposed to let them hit me too?
Yeah, when he's like, wait, so this isn't some elaborate game of bloody possum? And when he confirms it, he's like, oh, fine. And he just slips off the handcuffs. I love Dan's incredulity. He's just like, what? You mean you could have done that the whole time?
And then like instantly dispatches the guards without even breaking a sweat. Just like no waste, which is something I always love when Lucifer does fight, is like there's no wasted motions. There's no flourishes. It's just like, I can just take these people out with no, you know.
And they make him do it in like a calm sort of way too.
Always. Yeah.
Yeah, because he doesn't need to like full punch, right? He's just like, this is easy stuff for him. But the guy Dave had gone to go get, because he had said, I don't want to hit you because, my painter's hand.
My artist's hand. Like, it could only improve things from this point, sir.
But he goes to find something to hit him with. So this is all going on while Lucifer is beating everybody up. And when he comes back, he's about to hit them with it's like a tiny little bat. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that? Like a billy club or something?
I mean, I think it's just, yeah, it was not threatening after we've just seen like Lucifer cold clock someone with the gun. Like,
But I love the whole time Dan is just watching him like do all this stuff. It's just like, oh, would you just let me get beat up this whole time? He's like,
Also, I feel
I
like
was
Dan is taking a moment to go like, oh, now I maybe see why Chloe keeps him around.
But he tells him,
I'm going to shove this so far up your ass that there'll be splinters in your stool. I've
which is
watched
very
this episode
graphic.
a lot.
Did
of
you? I
times.
was gonna say, did you write that down in your
I
notes?
didn't. I just
She wrote
remember
it
that
in
one.
her head.
I did.
But he uses his power on Dave, and he's like, "What do you desire? Because if you want something, I can get it for you." And he confesses that he just wants people to buy his art because they actually like it. I want to be a real artist.
Truly heartbreaking.
So Lucifer takes one for the team.
I
My
also-
favorite thing about when Lucifer asks those questions is like the dice roll of whether you're going to get a real answer or whether you're going to get like the weirdest thing you've ever heard.
Yeah.
Like, I want to
want
open a
just-
cat sanctuary.
Cat sanctuary
exactly.
was the one I was thinking too. And I think it's funny too that the art of Dave Maddox is like, I know that they just buy it and then they throw it in the trash. And Lucifer's like, an insult to trash.
But Lucifer buys a painting, and
Miracles aren't my thing.
and it's not just that he has to buy it and keep it; he has to display it. I like that they show him later on in the season that he actually is true to his word, and he does hang it up. And
Why he hangs it in his bedroom of all places.
well, maybe because it's hidden from like everyday guests. They won't.
Yeah, I was
see
gonna say, it doesn't
immediately.
even seem like he goes
Is
there
it?
a lot.
Can you imagine you're like in the middle of making out and you just look over his shoulder and you're like, oh God, what is that?
Maybe I need to get going. It's late.
Look at the clown. I mean, time. Look at that. I gotta swim. I mean, get out of here.
So Dave brings them a list of the ingredients, but he doesn't have the formula. And he tells them, Carlisle used to brag that the only where that it was written down was in his head. Like Tara has things written in her head.
Right.
But
Splinters in your stool.
and they're like, oh, well, he's dead. We can't get it from him. And Dave's just like, oh, we still want the painting, right?
Yes. This priceless work of art.
So at the hospital, Charlotte and Lucifer talk, and she's like, I'm so sorry that this is happening. And she mentions, at least he's in hell where he belongs. And that gives Lucifer the idea that I can actually go talk to him. I just need to die.
Mom's like, that might not be what I was trying to get at.
So they gather all their celestials and they're talking, and they're like, it's a terrible idea. There's too much risk. You can get stuck in there and we won't be able to get you out. And then he's like, well, what do you think? Linda's on the side. She's like, why am I here?
I love Linda so much. In this moment, she's just like, so do you guys do this often?
I think Linda's character is like best before she was super involved. Like,
Yeah.
I liked her as that like, straight character that didn't know anything about the supernatural stuff and reacted to everything like it wasn't. And yeah, so
Well,
this is like
I
a
like
perfect
her-
example of that.
I liked her in her transition too. Like, before she's accepted fully. Like, when she's still adjusting to this new reality that she's in the midst of, I love that too. Just because
Yeah.
she's just so like, what the heck is going on? She's so lost.
Oh, what the hell, indeed.
But Amenadiel gives Lucifer crap because he's like, well, apparently you've been telling humans things about everything. And then he looks at Linda, he's like, and excuse me, apparently you've known for a while. And it's like, dude, are you really?
Amenadiel has the remarkable ability to open his mouth and shove in both feet at the same time and then look confused when somebody's like, bro, what are you doing? Like, come on now.
But Linda's like, oh, is there any other way to get to hell? And Lucifer is determined to do it his way. Charlotte's like, no, I'm not gonna risk going back to hell. I spent so much time there. Screw this. And so she's like,
And Lucifer didn't. I mean, come on, just
I
putting
know.
it out there. If he's willing to go back, I think you could suck it up for a second.
And no one was asking her to do anything at that point.
I know.
Anyway.
Nobody said, "Can you go to hell?" But Amenadiel and Maze are like, we'll help them. And Linda's like, of course I'm going to help. And then so Charlotte leaves. And he's like, well, now that the party pooper's gone.
I do like that she tries to get Amenadiel to live with her, and he's like, no, because there's been like that tension between the three of them, really, like Mum, Lucifer, and Amenadiel for the last, this whole season, really, but especially in recent times, it's been like definitely Amenadiel more on Mum's side than Lucifer's. So it feels important, especially with the whole reveal of.
But also, it's the least he could do.
Exactly.
But then it's like, okay, so what am I supposed to do? Which is a valid question, right? What is she supposed to do with the devil and his angel brother and his demon? But he's like, well, you went to medical school, right? And I loved her reaction. She's like, yes, many years ago. And he's like, well, you're going to be the one to bring me back to life. And just the way that they keep talking, and she's just like, what? And Lucifer's like, all right, who wants to kill me? And Mies and Amenadiel immediately raise their hands. And I'm thinking of using that one as the image for the episode. Mm-hmm. But Lucifer goes back to the hospital and he talks to Dan. He's like, oh, have you been collecting the antidote ingredients? He's like, no, I've just been spending time with her, which is really sad when you think about it. He's just like, she's going to die.
Yeah.
I'm going to just spend some time with her.
He doesn't think you can get the formula, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so he's like, well, I can get it, so go start collecting them. He's like, well, how? He's like, I don't think you want to know. He's like, well, okay, just do whatever you need to do, and I'll go take Ella and I'll go get them. And then Lucifer looks in, and Chloe and Trixie are sleeping in bed. So cute.
And sad.
Yeah.
Poor Trixie. Oh, I did think it was funny in the earlier scene where Dan is in the room and Chloe is in the hospital bed and she's like, is Trixie here? And Dan's like, she'll be here soon. And I'm like, where is Trixie? Who is watching Trixie again? Like,
she's with the name.
She's all the school, right?
Like, who? It just this poor child.
So Linda and Maze get to the hospital in scrubs, and Maze is like, ugh, these scrubs are too boxy. I can't pull these off. But then the doctor smiles at her, and she's just like, oh, maybe I can. It's just, I love, like you said, there'll be like a sad moment, and then they'll bring in some comedy, and it hits at just the right note.
Yeah.
Like Maze is just what you need at this moment. But they're basically looking for the room just below Chloe's, because Lucifer has to be in proximity to her. So this is the room that they're going to use to kill him. And Lucifer is upstairs. He's prepping Amenadiel. He's like, you need to keep Chloe in this room the whole time. Not just when I'm down there, but the whole time.
What about after you're dead? No, all the time. The whole time. Like, you might want to write that down for him, because Amenadiel mind flits off sometimes. But yes, he...
But Amenadiel wishes him luck, and Lucifer's he keeps calling him back, so he's impatient, or he's like, what? Yeah. But he wishes him luck. He says, don't worry, it feels like a good day to die, which is the episode title. So back at the station, Dan and Ella are gathering the antidote ingredients, including from the CDC, apparently.
It was transported over via the Star Trek transporter beam, apparently, since...
Yeah, because the CDC is in Atlanta, right? Or yeah. I don't know. There's like an LA office, maybe.
We don't talk about transportation, time, how long it actually takes, traffic, how long it takes to get a warrant. We don't do those things here unless we know that it's going to take too long to get a warrant, like today.
So the last thing they need is the ZX3, which is really rare and super illegal. But Ella says that she knows that racers add this to their fuel for efficiency, and she knows there's a chop shop that keeps a stash of it. And that's like, how do you know that? She's like, I used to steal cars. Just, that casual drop was so Ella, but oh my god. And
It's no
she
fun.
also says it's no fun if you don't drive them really really fast.
She must really have been good at erasing that from
From her background, right? Like
background.
surely they had background checks.
I mean, maybe they see it as like a bonus.
Maybe.
Yeah.
They're like,
She's
sneaky.
got life experience. She's got street cred.
Mm-hmm.
But what that has to do with forensics, I don't know.
Stuff. Shh. Don't ask questions. Just go with
it. Linda and Maze are ready to shock Lucifer. They're going to use a defibrillator. And Linda's like, okay, we're going to give you 60 seconds and then we're going to revive you. And he's like, this is one of the most memorable lines from this one for me. He says, 60 seconds, I've had orgasms that last longer. And like you can see, like Maze is talking, but Linda's in the background, like, what?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Maze reminds him that time moves slower in hell, so it should be enough time. And Linda's like, well, okay, so the brain can only handle 3 minutes after death. And she's like, a fact that I read in the car on the way over here. And she's like, why am I doing this?
What? How did I get in this situation? And why am I still going along with it? And yet she does is just peak.
Sometimes you're just too deep. Like, what were you gonna do, bail? No.
Yeah.
But
not the interesting part.
Her performance as Linda in this episode is so good, though. She plays this role so well, and I love it. But Maze is supposed to kill Lucifer with the paddles, and then she's like, I can't do it. She's trying to get Linda to do it.
I love, because she was very enthusiastic back at the apartment, and again, there's been a lot of tension between the two of them in this season, and yet she can't bring herself to do it.
It's like Lucifer panicking. It just tells you what the actual emotion is.
Yeah.
It shows.
She can't do it. Yes, it
shows. The editors say.
She's also telling you, to be fair,
yes,
out loud. So she is showing you and telling you.
But because they're arguing and bickering over who's going to do it, Lucifer's just like, oh, God. And he just grabs it and he does it himself. And Linda's just looking at him shocked, like, oh my God, he's dead.
He's really dead.
Then they show him down in hell, and it's a very dark, like, traditionally people think of hell as like a fiery place, right? But hell in Lucifer is just dark and gray and black, and there's ash falling from the sky. So I thought that was interesting the first time I saw it. I was like, oh, this is hell?
I can see Angela's brain going like, should we talk about the 9 circles of hell right now? And the 9th circle is actually really
fiery. Cold. Dante did not agree that hell was fiery. No, I love it though. I like the aesthetic of the creepy like black structures and the ashy sky.
Well, and also like a very, very hot fire is blue in the middle, like the hot flame.
It's true.
So they must have had to build a practical set for him to walk through, right? You think?
Probably. I mean, at least
maybe just like the one hallway, with a lot of styrofoam, honestly.
Yeah,
spray
like
painted
sprayed black and
Lighting is a lot in that.
I went to college for lighting.
Yeah.
So I started out as a lighting design major, so lighting's always in my head.
And lighting is very good in this episode. There are many moments of excellent lighting.
So back in the real world, Amenadiel talks to Trixie and Chloe's sleeping, and he introduces himself as Lucifer's brother, and he says that Lucifer asked him to keep an eye on her mom.
And do we not love that she just, in every other person where Lucifer and Amenadiel have said we're brothers, there's like the huge like
confusion. Are you?
And Trixie's just like, and I love that because my pet theory is that she just believes it like literally. And so she's like, that's kind of where her like guardian angel thing comes from. She's like, well, he's the devil. And I love how she just totally accepts him when he spent this whole season just not believing in himself. And then she gives him a big hug and you're like, oh, Trixie saves the day. Like,
And it's showing the actual emotions there, because he literally says to her that there are more good people in the world than bad a moment earlier.
mhm.
And then when she's nice to him and hugs him, seems really confused by this, as though she wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Even though he just said that there are good people.
Yeah.
Because he had said, I'm trying to be good.
Yeah.
Right?
And
she's
he's
like,
been full of self-doubt.
like,
That's where the wings have been dying, and he
Yeah.
doesn't feel like he basically feels like he's fallen, right? And that would make him bad, according to the, flawed.
It's his angelic dysfunction disorder.
Yeah. Probably being around so many candles is hard on him.
It's fairy lights. We will never stop giving him crap for that.
Billowing chiffon curtains. Bed in the middle of the room. Only. Amenadiel. The worst romance tropes of all time. All in one place.
So Lucifer wanders around hell in search of Carlisle's cell, and then he gets there, and then we get the scene that we had only seen in, I guess it was some kind of video that someone had taken on their cell phone that we saw in previous episode, where basically Carlisle was in a car accident with an Uber driver or something, and the car caught on fire, and instead of, I mean, we get to see it actually happen. The guy's like screaming for him to help him, and he just pulls his briefcase out and he runs away, and then the car blows up, and then Carlisle is,
because he's never heard of backups. That's, as we've discussed on the previous episode.
Yeah, the previous episode we were really scrutinizing his his lack of use of the cloud. Come on,
just
man.
This is your only copy. Your only copy. What's wrong with you? You deserved for it to burn. Like, come on now.
Google Drive is free.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man.
I guarantee the university had some kind of storage area in their system that he could use. I guarantee that. No.
It's all his fault.
It is. If only he'd saved to the cloud.
But Carlisle is like confronted by a mob. They're all calling him names like a coward and a killer, and Lucifer like pops out, and he's like, what's going on? It's like I can't get out of here. I keeps happening. He explains to him, yeah, this is what hell is. You have to just live what you feel most guilty about over and over, and you can't leave until you feel like you don't deserve it anymore. He says that he's never actually seen anyone get out of hell, which I think is something that I think they pigeonhole themselves into with this concept of hell. Yeah. But at the time,
this is the beginning of it. Like up till now, there have been sort of like, you know how to, like, I'm going to take a moment and not be editor Tara for a second. I'm going to be writer Tara, who's like, you put something cool in and then you're like, oh, I have to make that line up somehow. But you've been like, for them, it's like they've been posting live, so they can't like go back and change it to make more sense. So yeah, they kind of, I mean, I like a lot of things about the idea of the kind of like guilt-fueled hell loop type thing, except when it starts to feel a bit victim blamey, like, yeah. I'm like, ooh, awkward. Like, you are doing it to yourself, but also why? We'll talk about that in season 3.
Yeah, because I mean, I've read a lot of threads on the subreddit about, well, what about sociopaths? They don't feel any guilt, yeah. So do they just go to heaven? That doesn't sound right. Right? And yeah, exactly. Cain. But that's getting way ahead of ourselves. But yes. I mean, at the time when I first saw this, I thought it's like you said, I thought it was a cool concept. I was like, oh, yeah. Wow, that's hell. That's cool. And then
that does seem like a real torture. Like,
yeah.
I'm torturing myself by reliving the worst things I've ever done. But then you just realize that's called neurodivergence. No. Oh my God, remember that conversation I had 5 years ago and I said something stupid and now I'm awake at 5 in the morning remembering it in exquisite detail? Yeah, that.
Oh yeah, I have
I do
that.
that
It's
for
just
free.
it's just anxiety.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah,
that's,
exactly. Mhm.
yeah. But no, I think that they also when I heard that line where Lucifer was like, I've never seen anyone do it, I was like, never? Really? In
Never.
the history of ever, no one has ever broken their hell loop. I feel like that really pigeonholes you too as like a
Yeah.
as a writer. Like if it's one of those things that sounds really cool when someone says it aloud, and then later you're like, oh God, why did I
Why
say
did
that?
I
These are
say
so
that?
hard to get
Mhm,
out of.
mhm. You're like, I really wish I could go back and
How do I
tweak
get
that
out of this
line.
corner I've written myself into?
I have
Oh
to
yeah,
chew
I
off my
mean,
own arm. That's what I have to
I'm
do.
sure Tara knows that. I am 6 books into a series that I
Oh
have written
man.
myself so far into that I can't even come up with the next arc because I don't know what to do with it. So I do
It's a
not blame
gamble.
these writers at all.
Yeah, yeah.
I know how hard it
It's
is.
yeah. As having done many a work in progress posting fan fiction where you're like, oh, I did set that up, and now I must figure out how to undo it without going back because I can't go back. No going back. And I mean, it is a good like try this at home, kids, because once you do, you'll be like, this is how you become good at solving problems that you made yourself.
And I feel like that's why I get upset when I see people casually saying all the time, critiquing writers, like, "Oh, these writers are terrible. What were they thinking? They're such amateurs." And I'm just like, "Oh my god, you have no idea how hard it is."
Yeah.
Right? I mean, cut them some slack. I mean, I can understand sometimes in certain cases where you're just like, "Oh, this writing is terrible," but just the way that I see it so flippantly thrown about when like there's actual reasons for things, that just gets me upset because it's like, have you ever tried writing?
Let alone, have you tried writing something where you like with a TV show, for example, you're like, okay, you might sit down at the beginning of the season and say, here's what we have planned. Like, let's aim for this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But like, you don't know how long your show is going to be on. You don't know how, many seasons you're going to get. And I will say that I think that sometimes, even when you start with an idea, like I know that the showrunners of Lucifer really wanted to end it on something bittersweet, right? Like they
Mhm.
were very public about saying that. However, by the time the show ended, it was no longer a show that should have ended bittersweet. Like we'd earned the happy ending at that point. And so that's why there was such a kerfuffle about the ending because it was like, hey, no, 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 no. No, we've been suffering all this time. Like we finally put in the time and should have gotten like a bit of a happy ending because that was the story. Like that was the structure of it over time. But if it had been shorter or had gone a different way or, wasn't in the middle of a global pandemic, maybe the bittersweet thing would have still worked. But it was like they were so married to that idea that they kind of
Yeah.
forced the characters into not acting like themselves in
What are you talking
certain
about? Are you
nothing.
talking
We'll
about?
get there eventually in season 6. That will be a 2-hour episode for sure.
So I also feel like there's something to be said for how these episodes get written. I think
Mhm.
because I've edited a couple of books, fiction, where they're TV writers, and so I get an idea of what this is like for them, and it kind of sounds like they have really crappy working conditions.
Oh,
They
horrible.
basically get stuck together in a room, all these writers, because you hear about the writers room, and I think it's literally a writers room. They stick them in a room and they make them write everything all at the start. They have to pound these out. So I just imagine them being like exhausted after a certain point, so
They do
they're
it even
gonna
more now, unfortunately, too. Like, because it used to be that when there were longer seasons, there would be writers who were kept on throughout the whole season, like basically to go back and make sure that, even
check
if,
on things.
yeah.
Yeah.
But now it really is. It's like it cuts down on their costs to be like, you're hired for the beginning, everybody
It's
writes
gotta
their
be set.
episodes, and
Yeah.
then you're out of the job hoping that you're going to get another one. So you have like a really intense, month or two of work, and then you do not, it's out of your hands essentially. And also lots of times there are things written that don't make it into the episode, like the, you know, cutscenes and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Things where we're sometimes Crystal and I are like, do you think there was a missing scene here? Because this does not connect to this.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's hard because there, you know, a lot of it comes down, unfortunately, when you start marrying art and money, it comes down to finances, right? And then so they don't necessarily have the same amount of time or energy, or much like all aspects of writing, publishing, and etc. You know, they look to cut costs where they can, and I think it's good in this case, at least, that the showrunners are also the writers,
Yeah.
because I think they're always around, right? So for them, they can reach in if something seems wildly off base or out of character and tweak it, or they could write a season 6. I mean, you know.
All right, so, all right, let's get back on track. But
Yes,
Lucifer tells Carlisle, "Well, you know, you could try to get out of here by maybe giving me the formula, because
that might make you
you
feel better.
yeah." So he's like, "Okay, okay, okay," and he writes it down for him, and he's like, "Did that do it?" He's like, "Well, you tell me." And you know,
I
everybody still
mean,
looks
like,
at him.
do you think that Lucifer was just being malicious there? Uh, like, do
I
you think
kind
he
of
in any way thought it might help, or was he just like, this is the best way to get the formula is to
no,
lie to this guy and
no,
tell
no, no.
him that it will
Well,
help?
but he doesn't lie,
He
right?
doesn't lie.
Oh, true.
He just gives
Yeah.
him the implication that it might help, which is
Yes.
true, right? It might
But he
help.
knows it's
Yeah,
not
it
going
might
to.
help. Yeah.
Yeah. That's one of Lucifer's like careful wording kind of
Yeah.
statements where he's like, yeah, it maybe.
Because he met
Never has
Carlisle.
before, but
He
maybe.
Yeah, he met Carlisle before he
Yeah.
died. So he
Mhm.
knows that he's petty and he's vindictive, and he knows that, you know, he's not going to get out of there. But at the same time, he can still make it sound like it's possible, because it is possible. He's just never seen it happen. So
Well, and it's almost a kind of it adds to the torture, right? Lucifer hates this guy. Like, this
yeah.
guy is the reason that Chloe is up there dying right now. Like, he does not, but instead of doing like what Dan does, right, and punching a dude in the face, he like Lucifer's cruelty is much more subtle, but I think probably hurts more because
Yeah, that's why I couldn't imagine that there was any real like truth in that statement, because I was like, he wants this guy to live his hell loop a bajillion times and never get out of here. So like, yeah, he got around the lie part, but like there's no way
he knows
he's
that
not
it's
just
not going to
saying
help
what
this
he
guy.
needs to
Yeah.
It's just a
say.
technical truth, right?
Yeah.
So, but I mean, and he had no problem smiling at him, like,
Oh no.
yeah. And he actually shows him his devil face too. So
Yeah. Return
he
of the devil face.
he goes back outside, and he's just walking through the hallways, and then he hears piano music, and he goes into an apartment when he sees one light coming out, and or he goes into a cell, and it's his apartment, and Uriel's sitting at the piano, and he's really confused, and he hugs him. He's like, what are you doing here? You don't deserve to be here. And you know, he's like, yeah, but you do. And then he looks down, and he's holding the blade, and it's in Uriel's stomach, and so this is his hell loop. He stabs Uriel over and over again, and you know, he's crying about it the whole time. He's like, I don't want to do this, but he just keeps doing it. And yeah, it
I
sucked.
I can't believe he can get trapped in hell. I'm sorry. That just was
Yeah.
like insane to me the first time I saw this. I was like, are you kidding me right now?
well, he is still vulnerable at this moment. So maybe it's
Oh,
partly
true.
maybe it's partly the vulnerability in like
And he's
that's
been experiencing emotions too. So
yeah. Ew, gross.
before, old Lucifer didn't have emotions, right? He didn't have all
The
this
same,
crap to
yeah.
deal with. So he was a different
I'm just like,
Lucifer.
good in my head. I'm like, he doesn't get an exemption. Are you kidding me?
That
For
benefit
him,
was
no.
erased.
Stripped with his wings. I do like that because, you know, killing your brother is kind of a big deal. And like they wrapped that up within like 2 episodes. Was like, yeah, I killed my brother. I feel bad. I have a death wish. And then it just kind of disappears again. But I think that would have felt a bit hollow if they hadn't circled around to it again, because it's clearly a thing that really distressed Lucifer, and that needed to be addressed. I also wrote like this super long piece about how I think that Uriel might have known all along that he was preparing for more than just what he said he was doing, and it's good. But because there's just a lot of stuff happening in this scene, even given that it's not actually Uriel and it's Lucifer's own mind kind of filling in the stuff, like it's important that all of a sudden imagination hell Uriel is like, hey, so you didn't do anything about that thing I told you, which really means that it's Lucifer's subconscious going, hey,
Remember
you didn't do
this?
anything about that thing that he told you.
It was just loose end.
Yeah. But man, there's some very big feelings, and Tom Ellis does a good job with
Yeah.
he does a good job with little feelings, but he also does a great job with big feelings.
Yeah. So back in the real world, Linda is trying to bring Lucifer back, and she's just suffering from a severe imposter syndrome here, because she's shocking him and he's not coming back, and Maze figures out that he must be stuck in a hell loop. Next we have Dan and Ella. They go to the chop shop to get the ZX3, and then what did Dan call it? A little B&E.
No, cat burglary too. He's like, we're not cat burglars, and she's like, what?
Who uses that term anymore? But someone pulls a gun on them, or someone pulls a gun on Dan, because Ella's like hiding out of sight conveniently
because she's smarter and knows how to B&E better, apparently.
Yeah, she was searching in a drawer,
what this
right?
place
is. Yeah. But back in hell, Lucifer is still stabbing Uriel, and Uriel's taunting him, and he mentions the whole loose end thing. How come he didn't follow up on that thing? And Uriel tells him it was a clue to something, but he just keeps stabbing him, and he's stuck in this loop. And then we go back to the real world. Chloe is getting worse. She's having a seizure, and Amenadio has to tell Trixie to leave, and he tells her he'll stay with Chloe. And then Maze says, we need to go, someone to go down and get him. She's like, why don't you go? And she's like, I can't. She says, demons don't have souls, so if I die, I just die.
And I love how Linda's like, this is a discussion topic for another time. Like, it's so therapist. Like, she's like, we have to deal with this dead guy right now, but I will make a note of that. She's and putting up in.
And then it's like, okay, I'll go. And Maze is like, why would you end up in hell? And she's like, well, you don't know if
there are things you don't know about me. And everybody's like,
we're learning so much about backstory for secondary characters this episode.
Yes. I think that, and this is why this episode is my favorite episode, because I feel like up to this point, we've had these secondary characters and they've had their moments and stuff, but it wasn't always, and Lucifer says the line later, it wasn't always a team effort. It was still usually Chloe or Lucifer getting to be the hero or whatever. And I feel like this episode was where they decided, you know what, it's going to be a whole show. Like, it's going to be an ensemble cast where everybody has an important part to play in ways that it didn't up until this point. Because we're starting to get more about who they are.
They start passing out depth cards.
Yeah, and like, you used to steal cars, and you there are things people don't know about you. What?
But Mom shows up and she's like, I'll do it. She says that hell has been trying to pull her back ever since she left, so it should be easy for her to go back. I love this scene. Maze just shocks her, and Linda's the way that Linda turns to her and says, Maze.
And then Linda's like, and then Maze, oops. And it's extra funny because she couldn't bring herself to kill Lucifer, even though she, was very enthusiastic about raising her hand about killing him. But Mom, she's like, I've been waiting my whole eternity for this. Like, you are then no problem, not even hesitation.
But Charlotte is roaming the hallways and she goes to a banging door, and then back in Chloe's room, they stabilize her, but they wanna take her and go do something else to her. And Amenadiel's like, no, you can't. And they call security, and Amenadiel's got to do his thing from this point on.
It's gotta.
Fans love this scene too.
This basically from the point where the montage, we're not there yet, but that's my, like, I love it so much.
So back at the chop shop, Ella tells Dan, "This is my idiot brother Ricardo," and they argue and talk. Apparently, she came out here to look after him, and then she says that he totally ghosted her, and so that's why they don't talk. But she tells him that, or she tells him that she needs a ZX3 to save a friend, and so he gives it to her. But he also says, "I hate you."
And she's like, I love you too. And if that's not a sibling relationship, I don't know what.
But Charlotte comes into Lucifer's hell loop, and she gets stuck in it too. She sees Uriel, and she starts realizing that
It really is her fault, though.
I know it is.
As you know how I feel about Mom and her. She's not been a good mom at all.
And she hasn't. I see this criticism on her a lot, is that she doesn't really mourn him. Like, even when they go to his grave, she doesn't seem very repentant or regretful or anything like that.
And then she sends people to his grave.
I know.
Like, dig it up. What? Like, please.
She's terrible. But yeah, I mean, Charlotte starts like getting stuck in her head. She's like, she starts confessing basically about everything that she's been doing to Lucifer. She's like, I've been pushing you and Chloe together, not because I want you to be together like I've been saying, but because she wants it to hurt more when
as
he
I say.
It. She's evil. What kind of mom does that? Oh my god.
A bad one. But she wants to be a happy family here.
But her getting stuck in this hell loop actually snaps Lucifer out of it, and he realizes, oh, this isn't real, this isn't Uriel, so let's get out of here. And so that actually helps his rescue party of one snap out of it.
I mean, he literally has to carry her out of there, and I love that moment because it's very like, he could leave her there, but he is a better person than she is, even though she just finished telling him all this horrible stuff that she's been doing to him, and he still pulls her out of there, literally.
But like, the two of them in this scene were just acting their asses off.
So yeah, absolutely.
They were so good. And then we get to the montage.
So this is when the montage.
I will let Tara talk about it.
Well, okay. So first of all, I know we usually talk about music at the end, but this is set to Unsteady by
Ex-Ambassadors.
Yeah. And I love how, so when I was watching it this time, I had the subtitles up, and every scene, like every image in the thing basically matches either in action or sort of tone the lyrics that it goes along with, and it's so good. So yeah, so we've got like Amenadiel is trying to hold on, that's what the song says, and not get dragged out of the room, because he knows that that's his job. He's been given. He has to make sure Chloe stays there. And then you have Dan, and Dan gets the ZX3. I wanted to Z there really bad, but the ZX3, and gives Ricardo a pat on the shoulder too, which is this kind of interesting moment of, criminal, and really criminal that wears a badge, because Dan has done quite a lot of
It's easy to forget sometimes.
He may not be a cat burglar, but my God, he has definitely done some crimes. And then Linda and Maze, which I love the look. Maze has such a, because there's like, I think the song is saying something like, it's saying something about love. And I love how it doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be romantic love, but that both Linda and Maze love Lucifer, and they're both freaking out because he's not coming back. And then he does. And it's also, he looks really pretty for somebody who is just dead. His cheeks are all pink, and he just good eyeliner. and there's the relief on their faces, like, because nobody's talking during this montage, and yet you feel all of their emotions so intensely. And then they revive Charlotte,
who's still on the floor.
who's still on the floor. They're like, whatever. May's probably kicked her 3 times. Like, it's that was off camera.
And no one came into this room the whole time they were there.
No, guys, this hospital needs a review of its, like.
But I mean, going back to the kicking thing, though, she probably had to just make sure she was alive, right? So she had to.
It was part of the protocol,
the revival process.
Yeah. And then Lucifer runs, looking very weak and pain
and scrumptious.
Scrumptious. Scrumptious is a great word. Runs to Chloe's hospital room, and Amanda's, and they have like that moment where they each kind of like clap each other on the shoulders, and they're just such brothers in that moment. And it, like, I just really love it. And Chloe's still alive, and commercial break. I can't remember if it was a commercial break, but that's the end of the montage.
Sometimes I wonder about kids these days that even know what commercial breaks are.
Which is funny because TV, even when it's like only ever been on streaming, they still write like that, basically like 4 or 5 act structure that is designed for commercial breaks.
I guess they must do it for later, right? When they maybe they syndicated.
When they syndicated,
yeah. Because I've always wondered, like, you watch like Hulu original shows and then it'll fade out, and I was just like, why did they do that? And then I finally realized it's probably
there is a Hulu with ads. I don't know. I don't watch it because I hate ads, so I pay through the nose to watch everything ad free, but maybe Hulu puts its ads in appropriately.
Oh, maybe.
Because the only thing worse than having ads is a service that just throws ads into things.
Oh my gosh!
Anywhere.
Yeah, definitely. Like movies that used to be
horrible about that.
Yes, and movies that used to be like on, like during, I don't know, like prime time or something like that. It's just like, wow, you're just gonna, that was an emotional moment. You just threw in an ad for
life insurance.
Just or if you're in the US, some drug whose side effects are everything and death. Like,
yes,
we don't have.
Don't take it if you're allergic to it.
Yeah, we don't have drug ads in Canada, but I lived in the US long enough to know the glory of this drug may cause your insides to boil and everything else to turn inside out, and you may wish that you were dead, and then it may kill you.
And they say it all so quickly.
Talk to your doctor. You're like, is this better
than my IBS?
Especially when it's something that's like, okay, it's for allergies, man. Like, what? This is for my hay fever. Like, I think I can live with my non-boiling guts for hay fever.
But yeah, so Chloe wakes up and Lucifer is waiting there for her, and I love this scene because he just, I don't know, he has just the right tone to his voice. You know, he's like, "You didn't die after all." That makes
dying on the inside.
Yes, and he managed to throw in a quip anyway, even though it's an emotional scene.
Yeah.
And it's also kind of like a throwback to when she woke up in the pilot, right? Like,
yeah.
And he also threw in a quip there about how, like,
it's his IBS.
Yeah.
But yes, and Chloe, I feel, is so vulnerable here because she has not wanted to say this kind of thing to Lucifer, but she says, you know, it's been really busy, so should we just pick up where we left off? And this was so brave of her. I feel like it must have been hard for her to say, and you know, she's so optimistic, and he doesn't want to make her feel worse, so he's like, you just focus on getting better. And she's like, we'll talk later, and he just nods and then he leaves, but he doesn't say anything. And so I feel like she must have been worried at that point, right? At least a nagging worry.
It like annoyed me because they like didn't show it. Like, I would have been really worried if he kind of like avoided the first question and then like only sort of didn't say anything and nodded to the second one. It would be like if someone says, "I love you," and you just get like you give them like a nod back, and
Yeah.
but like they didn't
Thank
seem to
you.
really linger on like on a reaction from her in that scene, which felt a little odd to me.
Yeah, because I feel like anxiety would descend on all of us like a cloud.
Oh,
right at that
100%.
I
point.
had the anxiety watching it. Like, come on, we all know that.
Like, what does that mean?
I've been with my husband for like 13 years, and if I say I love you and there's even so much as a half beat more between the return I love you, I'm like, did something
Are
happen?
you leaving me right now? Is this the end? No, my mouth was full. Oh my God, I love you too. Please. Like, calm down.
Oh God.
Yeah, but I mean, she was just almost dead.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
But she cared enough to start the conversation and be brave. So you'd think that the response would like totally, set her off. But yeah, no, you're right. It's the whole thing's traumatic. Maybe we can just brush it off.
I think maybe she's feeling optimistic because she's evaded death. Things are looking up. Maybe she just feels hopeful because
and he was part of bringing her back, and she saw how hard he worked, and maybe she's thinking that it's one of those actions speaks louder than words things, and he's processing stuff too. But yeah, it's painful.
Yeah, and let's face it, he acts weird all the time. So
all
like
the time.
Maybe she just didn't
she's
like
oh, he's just
register.
Lucifering. He's just fine. This is just Lucifer being Lucifer. Weirdo. And also, as we recalled from the last episode, she was acting real weird too, with her like trying to be like Lucifer when
all the
winking at him and slapping his butt, and oh my God, being super cringe.
Which actually makes this scene so much sadder because she is being the Chloe we know now, and he unfortunately is being the version of Lucifer that's going
and she would have no idea why, because she doesn't know anything. So from her perspective, they went from being really good and on like an upswing to what happened. Like
and it makes me wonder too, like, because he accused her when he came bursting into the house.
Did you know, right?
Yeah. And I feel like that might not be the thing she's thinking about right then, but when she is later leaving the 337 voicemails, I bet that crosses her mind.
Yeah, she's definitely ruminating on everything that happened in the last few days, trying to pinpoint the moment where like something went wrong.
It's the anxiety, guys.
Ask me how I
know. We all know.
Yep.
But he's live ghosting her right here. She has no idea. But he goes outside and Charlotte approaches. She wants to know how Chloe is. He's like, oh, she'll be fine. And she's like, well, how about your relationship? And he's like, well, none of it was real anyway. And I can't trust anyone, including you. And, she's just
and we're like, ooh, somewhere Linda is just like, oh, he's backsliding. He's backsliding so hard. Oh my God.
And meanwhile, Mom, like Charlotte, she's just like, what are you talking about?
You can trust me. No.
Oh my God.
I like that he has a backbone here. Like
100%.
That was like the best part.
Yeah.
But man, the way again with the delivery, the way his voice breaks when he says, you set out to break my heart, like
mission accomplished.
If I said that to my mom would be so upset. But of course, Mom is just still like, it's all about her, really. And that he won't let her touch her. She goes to reach for him again, and he's like, no, nope.
And she tries defending herself like the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, she's just like, but I've done good things.
And he says it's too little too late.
Yep.
Because, I mean, she just confessed in front of him to what she was doing. So he's not going to forget that.
And I imagine to someone like Lucifer, right, in which there are kind of actions and consequences, guilt and, punishment, those kinds of things. Like, he pulled her out of hell that time. And he's clean. Like, that's it. That's
also too, like when she says that she was pushing them together so that it would be harder for him. he hears it and he reacts
Yes.
to it. He's looking at her like, how could you? Right?
Yeah.
And just he has
It's
to, like, he has to
awful.
keep it on the shelf so that he can focus on getting them out, but he's gonna remember that. So it's a hurt that's gonna sting for a long time, I think.
Yeah.
But he says, I'm done, and he walks away. And then we go to Chloe in the car. And she says she's been leaving him a lot of voicemails and he hasn't picking up. She's like, I'm coming over. Hide the strippers. Haha. It's
It's
hurting.
so painful.
I
It's
know.
so painful.
She's trying so hard. And then
Because you can
she.
tell she probably did this in one of the other ones too, like not the coming over part, but she was probably trying like a million different tones and a million different ways to get him to
Yeah.
kind of react, right? So
Just
when you
call
see
me
her reaching for
back.
the humor here, you know she did it 20 other
Mhm.
times too.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
her like, I just hope you're okay, which is like, ow, because that she's Chloe, right? And so Chloe's driving thing is she wants to help people. That's why, and she is probably the realest thing is that she's worried about him after everything that's happened, and he's not replying. And it's not the first time she's seen that happen. The last time it happened was after he killed Uriel, right?
Yeah.
And then he tried to get some sniper to shoot him. So,
and I think it's really like sweet that she doesn't make it about her. Like none
Yep.
of the things she says are about us or about me. It's like, are you okay?
Are you okay?
It's the
Like,
opposite of Mum. It's the opposite of everything that Mum just said to him.
yeah, it's needy, but not in like a selfish way. It's just like it's really nice.
Yeah.
Which is very Chloe. I love that.
Yes.
You know, they're very true to her character in the early seasons.
So unfortunately, though, Lucifer, with his broken heart, has just turned around and broken Chloe's heart. And that's where we end.
Yeah, she goes to his penthouse and all the furniture is covered in sheets. And I think the saddest part about this scene is she's looking around. He's obviously not there. And yet she still calls out, Lucifer? Like, she still hopes he's there. And that's just so sad to me. I mean,
heartbreak from Chloe Dicker. It's extra heartbreaky.
Very, very good episode though.
Yeah.
So many good moments.
So many good moments. And so many things to think about. And I mean, also so many additions to the lore that will then continue forward from here. Like, for good or ill, they made some choices that then they have to work with for the rest of the thing.
The rest of the series. All right, our watches. Couch watch. No update on the couch because we never see Linda's office in this episode. Devil face.
Wait, I need someone to explain that to me.
What?
I saw it in the notes, and I was like, "What does this mean?"
we had it in our heads that Linda's couch changes constantly, and then when we started paying attention, we're like, "Wow, her couch actually doesn't change that often."
But it definitely changed between season one
and two.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she got rid of the pull-out bed,
the sex couch,
and
put in a sleek gray couch.
Yeah, she was like, "There's no having sex on this couch
yet." Gotta break that thing in with Amenadiel later.
Later. Right now, she's still mad at him.
Yeah. Devil face, he throws it to Jason Carlisle, and he also flashes his eyes at Bert. And but Bert had seen his devil face before, like when
2 episodes ago
at the hotel sting or whatever. But the title line is said by Lucifer, and chest hair watch. He's fully manscaped when they're shocking him, so he has no chest hair this episode,
but not tanned.
Yeah.
He becomes tanned later.
He's kind of pasty looking. He's got the hell tan.
Yeah. I'm okay with the hell tan. I like a pale guy that then gets all fleshy when he comes back to life. It's good. It's fine.
This is where, Tara's love of Faye comes in.
It is. Give me some guy liner. It's great. The little curl. Everyone knows that curly hair Lucifer is where it's at. He does have good curl in this episode.
Runner-up titles. So we had Celestial Planning Session, rescue party of one, and a team effort before landing on Shady Shenanigans. No pickles. So
No pickles.
actually, I don't know if we're ever going to see pickles again, but
we might. We don't know.
I'm so confused. This is what I get for being a guest star.
We came up while we were just. There's an episode where Maze goes to talk to Amendio and he's eating a steak.
He's in a fancy steak restaurant.
Yeah. And he's got a whole ass pickle on his plate.
A giant dill pickle on his plate with his steak. And we're like, who eats a giant dill pickle with a steak in a fancy, like, did he ask for that specifically? And then she picks it up.
It's just sitting on his plate next to his steak. Yeah. And then she picks it up and
she picks it up and chomps off the head phallically. And then later when he's like in his office in Linda's building, at one point it pans to the desk and there's an empty jar of pickles. Like Amenadiel is obsessed with pickles, but we haven't seen pickles lately. And now instead of saying nitpicks, we call them nitpickles.
Nitpickles. Yeah, we came up with that word at some point in our conversation.
This is funny because I live in the general Boston area, and I go to Montreal a lot. And Montreal, all the steakhouses serve pickles with
a whole ass pickle.
Maybe not a whole. Like I can't quite remember. I've been to a few steakhouses in Montreal, and they did definitely give you pickles, like by default as an accoutrement to the steak. So I do think it's weird that he had a whole dill pickle on his plate, but like
it wasn't small either. This was
it's also the only place I've ever seen do this. Like around here where I live, this is not something a steakhouse would naturally provide you with a steak.
I mean,
but for some reason, Montreal is like a thing, I guess. Maybe someone can explain it.
Un cornichon avec votre
You're not on the East Coast, right, Tara? You're out west.
I'm in Vancouver, but I have been to Montreal, and I used to live in Halifax, and I used to live in the Boston area, actually. And I lived in New York. Good pickles there.
Yeah. But anyway, that is weird a little, but also I guess maybe not weird to some people.
I guess the Quebecois, like, why strange. I always knew they liked pickles, but I didn't know they liked pickles with steak. I think when I was in Montreal, I didn't.
This is an interesting addition to our pickle investigation.
It is the pickle. Go
to Reddit and ask someone why they like pickles.
the pickle plot thickens.
It's not just dills anymore. We might go. Maybe those weird mustard pickles will come up. Those are very French Canadian, incidentally. The mustard pickles.
Okay, Lucy Tones. There actually weren't too many songs. There's It's Tricky by Run DMC. Yeah, the one is very important. Or actually two. I find the last song really good too. But Uriel is playing Killing Me Softly on the piano.
Which is a painful but great choice.
Yeah. And then Unsteady by Ex Ambassadors, which is playing during the montage. And When Your Heart is a Stranger by Friends in Paris is what plays at the end when Chloe's driving over and when she looks at the apartment. So that's one of those songs, whenever I hear it, I just get taken straight back to that scene.
Yeah.
It's tied to that in my head. So
I feel the same way about Unsteady.
Yeah, Unsteady too.
And especially because the first couple of times I watched it, I was like, oh, this song seems to fit. But then when I listened to it more and listened to the lyrics, I'm like, oh yeah, this is basically this entire show. That's fine.
Yeah, the music choices in Lucifer are very good. Yes. And I this whole like tied to a scene thing too is the same way with Restless by Cold War Kids. That's the one from the Vegas episode. So coming up on that one, that's one of my favorite episodes. But okay, so let's get to the good, the bad, and the crispy. My good is Maze zapping mom immediately, like just the whole oops. I love the way Linda says Maze.
Like she's both horrified and also impressed. That's right. Maze. She gets a few of those in over the course of the series. Like it becomes a bit of a thing where she's I think my good, I mean, this is, as we know, this is my favorite episode, so like the whole thing is my crispy, but I think my good is actually the conversation between Amenadiel and Trixie, because I feel like it shows a whole lot about Trixie's character. Like Trixie believes in stuff, and she believes in people, and she makes people the best versions of themselves, and I love
And that
that.
hug.
The hug. It's
Very
exactly what
cute.
he needs.
What about you, Angela?
My good was all of the stuff we got about Ella's background. You learn about the stealing cars and the picking locks and the
That her
stuff
grandma
with
taught her.
Mikado and whatnot with her family history and her idiot brother. So I
So
was here for all of that.
I have a good side story about that exact thing, which is I guess back in like 2018 or 19, I can't remember. There was a Lucifer Con in LA, and a friend took me to it. And I'd never like because I don't get real. I love the characters. I don't get really fanish about the actors. But it was still really interesting. And my favorite part was like there were all these Q&As. And during one Q&A, I was like, "Oh, Ella's one of us," because she like the actress was basically somebody asked like, "What do you think would happen if Ella's grandmother, Abuela, met Lucifer?" And she just like straight off broke into like a 3-minute fanfic on stage about how she thought that would go down, and like basically Abuela like beating Lucifer with a slipper, and like all like it was amazing. So then when I met her later in like the signing line, I was like, I just have to say how much I appreciated your like storytelling in that, because some of the actors were really engaging and engaged, and some were not, and she was fantastic. Like I was like, "Oh, you have a writer brain. I can tell like you're thinking about how all of this." So I know that, the actor at this point was like, "Ooh, I'm just like totally running with this and filling everything in backstory wise." But yeah, and I was like, "I really love that." And she was like, "Oh, thank you so much. Are you a writer?" And I was like, "I am actually." And so then she wrote a nice thing about writing on my picture.
Cool.
She was great. But I loved that it was like the story about, how she imagined Ella's abuela just being like, "What are you doing? Getting my child involved in..." I'm just
I love
like,
that she's like so into her own character.
so into it. So into it.
Yeah, I really like I follow Amy Garcia on Instagram, and she
Yeah.
seems to have she seems to have put a lot of her own personality into Ella,
Yes.
and I love that. So my bad is not telling Ella what's going on, and I detailed that earlier. But come on, tell Ella. They do this to her all the time throughout the series. They don't read her in. They're just like, "Oh, Ella's too fragile." Come on, Ella is like the
Ella
strongest one
steals
among you
cars.
guys.
Come on. She drives them really fast. The fact that Ella is the last to know about the
Drives me
celestial stuff
crazy.
drives me crazy, because I'm like, she's the one who actually kind of believes in this stuff to
Yeah,
begin
you
with.
could tell she'd be totally on board with it too.
She
Yeah,
would.
yeah.
And then she would
She
be like a
wouldn't question
person who
it.
could
She'd be like,
bring
"Oh,
that.
okay,
Yeah,
so this is what we have to do then." You know?
exactly. It's like cutting off your nose to spite your face, Ella style. Honestly, I think my bad might be the same thing. Like I get it. I get why Chloe doesn't want to tell anyone, but I do think I think it's funny that it's Lucifer of all people who just wants to be like, "No, we should tell her. Like we should get her," and Chloe being like, "No, no, no, no. We're not doing that. No, thank you."
My bad is Amenadiel's participation in the episode. I don't mean like the emotional stuff. Like I thought like the conversation with Trixie was really cute and all that, but like the fact that he's very like impotent for what he actually does. Like Lucifer goes to him and he says like, "I don't know what to do. I can't help you." And then like Lucifer's like, "Yeah, wait in Chloe's hospital room and make sure they don't
Stand
move her."
there.
But like they weren't really going to move her anyway, really, like before the resulting thing like happened, and he just like didn't do much, which kind of annoyed me because I love when he gets to do things in the
Yeah,
story, and it kind of felt like he just kind of stood by and didn't have much
literally
to add.
in the doorway.
Yes,
He braced himself
exactly.
against the door.
He
You
did get to
can't move
chuck a
me.
dude though.
I
So there
know,
you
3
go.
dudes, because they're all on the
But he
floor.
also got chucked into a wall himself,
It's
so
true. It's true.
Crispy, I just like that everybody came together. So it's not one particular scene, but I just love that, it's the team effort thing that Lucifer talked about. I love that everybody did something and they all came together and they helped save Chloe. So
Mine is along the same lines. It is that the montage to Unsteady, because it's precisely showing everybody coming together, and how at any point, if any of them weren't doing what they were doing in that moment, it could have all fallen apart. But because they're a team and because they do all pull together, it works. And also, my other crispy is that fact that they brought back the Uriel storyline, because I thought that was really important.
My crispy was Crystal's good, which is that I loved that Maze was completely unable to shock Lucifer to kill him, but then had absolutely no problem just shocking Charlotte immediately with no remorse.
None.
Oops.
Not a single heartbeat of hesitation. Just like,
the way Leslie Ann Brandt plays her, though, she's so perfect as me. Just
yep. And this is also an episode that really, when you're watching it and you're watching like the face acting that's happening in the background at all points is also fantastic. Like, Maze has such great expressions.
And just like even just that part about how she's complaining about the scrubs, and then the doctor smiles at her. She's just like, oh, she's so proud of herself.
I can do it.
I can make anything work.
It's true.
Okay, we're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna come back with a new Lucy quiz. We're gonna have Tara and Angela face off. All right, we're back with a new Lucy quiz, and the way this works is I'm going to ask them 6 questions about the episode we just discussed, and based on some of our discussions, I think Tara's going to kick ass on this.
I mean, Tara's going to crush me.
Did I already answer? How many questions have I already answered?
How is it fair that the guest has to go up against the host? I didn't even know there was a quiz, guys. So everyone listening, this was sprung on me.
I think when we sprung the quiz on Arya, I think Arya actually did beat me.
I don't remember.
But yeah,
it's
I'm
possible.
terrible at testing and quizzes. I'm going to ruminate about this all night. Thanks, Crystal.
Oh no. This is why we didn't tell you, so that you wouldn't have anxiety before coming on about it.
I would have been like, oh, I'm so sorry, Crystal. I can't podcast after all.
She's going to disconnect right now. Sorry, my internet went out.
I'm breaking up. Oh.
Okay, bring it on. Come on, let's do this.
But it'll be like a radio show. You have to buzz in by saying your name, and then whoever says it first can answer. And then if you get it wrong,
my own name?
Yeah, Angela.
Okay.
I have 6 questions, so whoever buzzes in first gets to answer. Question 1: Who taught Ella how to pick locks?
Tara, her grandma. Later, her abuela, because she starts calling her abuela later.
Yeah. I'm going to just do the ones that I know that already knows, because she's mentioned it. Question 2. Chloe refers to her voicemail to Lucifer as number what?
Tara, 337.
Wow, how do you know that?
I've seen this episode so many times.
This is why Tara is such a good editor. I can tell.
337 earlier, and I was like, oh, that's one of my questions. Damn it. Okay, question 3. Where did Carlisle inject Chloe?
Tara, in the side.
I thought it was her stomach.
Well, it's kind of like beside, like she pulls her shirt up. And
okay, we'll just go with that because it's torso. Yeah, it's on. Yeah, somewhere on her front. Okay,
question 3B. Why didn't she notice it before then? No answer. The plot.
What question are we on?
4?
2,
4, I think.
Question 4. Which brother of Ella's has the ZX3?
Tara, Ricardo, the idiot brother. What does she say? The cowardly.
I don't remember. She calls him something else, though.
I thought she just said idiot brother because I quoted it when I wrote it down, but I don't actually know.
She corrects herself and says that. Okay,
she does. I have I have it somewhere in my notes.
That question honestly was so simple that I didn't say my own name because I was like, is this a trick? Like, did I forget something? Like, did they mention that some other brother gave it to Ricardo or something?
No.
You're
So I was like,
overthinking.
but we just said his name like 10 times.
Yeah.
So
It's her thieving, cowardly, neglectful idiot brother.
Okay.
That's her addition.
neglectful?
Neglectful, because he's
mean.
ghosting. He's ghosting.
He ghosted her. Okay, question 5. Where is the chop shop that Ella says they can get the ZX3?
Terra, NoHo.
Yeah.
They say that? Oh my god.
North Hollywood.
North Hollywood, yes.
I definitely, but totally did, but did not, but totally did write the notes for this episode too. So you'd think I would have noticed.
It's okay. It's Tara's favorite episode.
It's my favorite episode. I mean, there have definitely been ones where I'm like, I don't know, Crystal.
If I come on this show again, I apparently have to study.
She had more on the line than you, though, because if she had failed this quiz against you, I would have never let her live it down.
Never.
Then
I would have never let it down. Then it would have been awful.
Okay. Final question. What kind of clown does Lucifer end up purchasing for information from Dave?
Tara. It's a mermaid clown.
Mermaid, yes.
Beautiful mermaid clown. That he then hangs over his safe in his bedroom later.
Yes. He's a man of his word.
Uh-huh.
I
would have put it in like the bathroom. I would have been like, you know what? There's a sea themed. We're just gonna put this. So this is what you have to look at.
I still stand by the fact that must not be in his bedroom all that much, because all the intimate scenes we see are like out in the like living room.
I'm pretty sure
love handles is like on the couch.
I think the painting is still there in season 6, though.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it lives in the background for like forever. It's amazing.
I wonder who got it after production was over. I hope like someone treasures that thing.
That would have been an amazing prop, right? Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
It's really worth something, you know? His art lives on.
I know. His dream came true. And people appreciate his art.
And that thing gets mentioned in fanfic all the time. Just saying.
It's infamous now. Or no, that's not the right word. Is it infamous?
Oh, yes.
That works.
It's not famous because nobody thinks it's a good thing.
Okay, any final thoughts before we close out?
My heart hurts because I know what's coming.
I know. Next is Candy Morningstar.
I actually love the next episode.
I love that episode.
I know.
I forgot that it was the next episode until I looked at like the Netflix listing. And then when I did remember, I immediately went and DM'd Crystal and said, that's a great episode too.
Yeah. Because I mean, the roller coaster, like I remember just being like, oh, I don't like this lady. Right?
And then by the end,
you're like, oh my god, she's so amazing. It's such a weird roller coaster of a character arc. I love it.
And I was so glad when they brought her back again later.
Yes.
That was
I would have been happy to see her again too. So
yeah. I know a lot of people were really hoping that she would show up kind of like once a season after that, but yeah.
All right, if you're enjoying Rom-Com Detectives, please consider taking a minute to leave us a review or rating on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. For our question of the week, leave us a comment on Spotify, YouTube, or Reddit and tell us what your hell loop would be. But funny answers only, because we don't want you to confess to any crimes or anything like that.
I don't know. I've edited some books that I then joke, not really joking, that those are my hell loop, where you feel like you've been editing for like eternity, and then you look down and you're like, oh, I did one page.
Oh, Crystal knows what that feels like.
I just finished something.
We all know.
Oh boy.
You don't know that we know, but I know. If I ever meet you, lady.
Tara's gonna end up in hell after that.
Mm-hmm. I won't feel guilty. I will be doing Authors Everywhere a service. Just remember,
okay.
kids, not all editors are mean. Some are great. So if you feel like your editor is mean, find another one.
But not one of the three of us.
If you'd like to join additional conversation about Lucifer, you can visit the Lucifer subreddit at reddit.com/r/Lucifer. To contact me and Tara, email us at host@romcomdetectives.com. You can follow us on Instagram, Threads, or Blue Sky at romcomdetectives, or leave us a voicemail or text message at 1-650-733-XOXO or 9696. This episode of Rom-Com Detectives was recorded on August 23rd, 2026. Rom-Com Detectives Lucifer Unit is co-hosted by Crystal Watanabe and Tara Avery, and is produced by Pico's House. And we want to thank Angela for joining us today.
Yay.
Very nice to have you.
It was amazing.
You can come back too if you want. We're happy to have you.
Yeah. So
she's
thanks
like,
for
I'll be back next time for Candy.
With more studying.
Just like, it's only because at the beginning, Crystal used to get me on ones. Like now I write down like the most random stuff.
Oh my God. You should see her notes. She should show it to you after we're done. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty great. And then I'll be like, hey, Crystal, but what was the time on the clock behind her when this happened? She's like, oh my God, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, well, I didn't know if it was going to be a question.
Okay, so
like I said, this is why you're a good editor.
What's funny is we just got through on my Mentalist server having like a week of celebrations, and I did a season quiz every day for 7 days themed to the seasons. And Karen, who I'm always quizzing too on Mentalist Unit, she kicked everybody's ass. She won like 3 days. And then on the final day, it was like the most questions. And she was like, oh, should I play? So she handicapped herself and didn't join the quiz until question 4. So I have made her into a very, very good quiz taker.
Look, guys, one time when I was young, I did win Bible Jeopardy at Sunday school, and then they told me that I couldn't play anymore because I answered too many questions. So,
well, like punishing you for being diligent,
right?
Too smart,
right? That's how I felt. But I was like, whatever. I'll just go write books by
haters
about angels and demons.
Who needs the Bible? I'll write my own book.
Exactly. Dante exists.
You sure showed them.
I did. It's funny.
All right. Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll catch you next time for a breakdown of Candy Morningstar. Bye.
I feel like you guys need to say what your hell loops would be.
Oh.
Us?
Yeah.
It's definitely that quiz from earlier.
Angela's just like, and I was always 1 second too late.
She's going to be having
Ricardo, my own name.
My name is
Ricky.
Actually, strangely enough, my nickname is Ella. So, yeah.
See, you could have used that if they were all Ella questions next time on.
I think you guys know that I just lived through a hell loop, so
yes, you did. So
sometimes editing a book is a hell loop.
Yes,
even though it's not a loop, it can still be a loop.
Yeah,
it can feel like a loop.
It's
one long line.
It's when you have a giant plate of spaghetti and you feel like you've been eating it for like ever, and then you look down and it's as if there's no spaghetti has been eaten, and you are just like, how long is it going to take me to finish this dinner? 8,000 years. That's what.
And then you do the math and you're like, 16 more hours? Kill me.
Yeah.
You have to say your hell loop. We said ours.
Yeah.
Mine really is like, I think,
a plate of spaghetti.
Bad editing.
Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll catch you guys next time for a breakdown of Candy Morningstar. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.